Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. So today we've got some big projects that we're going to be working on. And that project's going to be eliminating this mountain that we are currently standing on. So with the system that we are working on, it's going to basically eat up this entire mountain with drills and just make it go away. And then it's going to collect all the items and put them into chests for us. So now, unfortunately, the only downfall of that is it doesn't deal with the powdered snow. I would have to get a different tool to deal with all this powdered snow. So I found out a cool way of eliminating this powdered snow, and that's just simply with water. Water gets rid of it. See? It's pretty cool. So that's what I've been kind of doing up here and just kind of slowly eliminating it. Just so the machine can eat the rest of the mountain, no problem. I didn't know how deep this powdered snow actually goes. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, you can see just how deep it really is. But anyway, let me get rid of all this powdered snow and I'll show you what we'll be working on. Okay, well, my water finally froze and turned into ice, so I think I'm done with that for now. But I've collected some items of what we're going to need to make this drilling machine. And let's see, we're starting out with some mechanical drills, a couple windmill bearings, a rope pulley, and a windmill sail. Okay, so those are just a few items that we need. We need a few more. So one of the things that I've got set up out here is another millstone right there. And we're going to use this millstone to make something a little special. I've got a few ferns that I've collected, and I'm going to toss that right in. And look at that. We get green dye out of grinding up ferns. So you could actually grind up a bunch of different items and get some dyes out of it. Mostly like flowers and stuff. So, cool. So we got 32 green dye. Now, what we need to do with this green dye, we need to do a little more grinding. Okay, so we've got 32 wheat. I'm going to go ahead and grind this up. And with that, we get a special create item. This stuff's called wheat flour. So basically what you do with wheat flour is you can wash it and turn it into dough. Alright, so we've got our gravel washer right here, and I could go ahead and toss in my wheat flour, and that should wash it into dough, I believe. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I can't really see it from here. Okay, I think it's done. There we go. Okay, so now we got dough. Cool stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention, I made some edits over here, and basically all of the nuggets are going to go into this basin. I've got this little smasher. Oh, there we go. Little smasher comes down, smashes it into an ingot, poops it out right there, gets sucked up by a hopper, and put into here. So, good stuff right there. That's just a little quick way to compress it right there. But yeah, it's working out pretty well. Okay, so I have this dough, and what I need to make is white dye, and combine that, and make green lime dye. There we go, and then we can combine the lime dye with the dough to make a slime ball. There we go. Nice, quick, and easy way to get slime instead of having to make a gigantic slime farm and collect them that way. So, yeah, pretty nice. Okay, now we need to make something with a nugget, a flat sheet, and the slime ball, and that's super glue. This is going to be very important for our project that we're working on. So I'm just going to place that right in here. Okay, so next up, we're going to need to advance up to the brass age. So we're in the andesite age right now, but now it's time to get brass casings. So we can just lay out some wood just like this. Let's get our axe just like we do with the andesite, strip it, and then turn it into brass. There we go, brass age. This is an essential component in some of the higher up things that we're going to make with Create. Okay, with our electron tube and a cogwheel, we can make a sequential gear shift. So that is another component we need. It's going to go right here. I'm kind of building it out a little bit just so I can keep track of what I need. Okay, next up, I need a wireless controller. So that's going to require a couple dust and some sticks to make a torch. Okay, and then we can make the wireless controller. Oh, we get 2 out of it. Nice. Okay. So the redstone link wireless controller, whatever. Actually, no, that's the redstone link. We also need a wireless controller. And that's going to be made out of buttons, I believe. Yes. So I want one of those. Nice. Okay. So the wireless controller just basically allows us to control a bunch of wireless links with the keyboard. So that's pretty nice. And then the redstone links, they kind of link up to each other, so you can send redstone signals wirelessly with that. So that's super nice to have. Okay, so that's gonna go there. This is gonna go out here. I'll control that myself. And I think we just need some chests and we are all set. All right, here we are. So I'm gonna start building right here, and yeah, hopefully I don't fall and die. But this is gonna be just about the center of my contraption here. Make myself a little platform so I could start building. Okay, so I'm basically gonna build this thing out in probably this direction. And yeah, with this thing, it's going to basically swing around on this center one here, and it's just going to swing all the way around. And once it makes a full rotation, I'll drop it down. It'll swing all the way around, drop it down, swing it all the way around, and then eventually it's going to start mining out this entire mountain. And as it mines it out, I'll just keep dropping it down and getting deeper and deeper and deeper until we get the mountain cut down to a point that's acceptable for me, or acceptable for our colony. And then hopefully maybe we could start our colony, but we shall see. In the meantime, let me get this placed up here. We're going to go pretty far with these drills. It's going to be mining a big area, and it's going to take a while. There we go. Got the drills all set up. That's going out about just about 124 blocks out. Yeah, 64 plus 64, 128 blocks out. So I'm going to add some chests here just to help out with our storage situation. Yeah, the goal is to collect as much of this stuff as we can. I mean, I don't need to collect all of it. I don't need a 20 double chests of cobble right now because cobble's obviously infinite, but at least we could get some of the resources. That would be nice. Okay, now we just need to add some sails. Okay, we're going to get these sails added on right here. Oh, I don't think it really matters what their rotation is. There we go. So these wind sails are basically going to be powering the whole thing. Now that's left is we need to glue it all together. So I'm going to right click with my super glue there and come around here to there. Let's glue the next part. To there, glue that to this. Okay, all of that should be attached. Okay, now we can start working on some of the guts of this contraption here. So I need to put down a windmill bearing upside down, and that should be glued up to there. Oh, forgot to glue that. There we go. Yeah, all that's glued up. Then with the windmill bearing, I need to put the rope pulley right on top. So this rope pulley is going to allow us to drop this entire contraption down. So yeah, that looks right. I'm going to put a sequential gear shift right here, and that's going to allow us to control how much this rope pulley turns and pushes the whole contraption down. I'm going to add a gearbox here, and finally another windmill bearing here. Okay, that's pretty much it. This windmill bearing here is going to basically power the rope pulley, so I need to add some sails here. Okay, we got some sails here. That should be all set. Let's get rid of our trash here. There we go, there we go. Okay, now I need to put in a redstone link right here. Okay, so this is where it gets a little tricky. We need to know which way this machine needs to go. So I'm thinking it needs to go backwards. So we need to input double speed reversed, and I'm going to set my angle. So this is how much it's going to turn. I'm going to set that for, I think in my testing, 200 was pretty good. So basically it's going to tell it to make its rotation, drop this thing down a full block, and shut off. So that, I think that's all set. Pop that down. Okay, I haven't really played around with these controllers too much yet, but I believe... Okay, there we go. So I right-click there, and I want to set it for... forward? Okay, bound to W. So every time I press W... Huh, that didn't work. Oh, I need to put that on the receiver mode. Okay. Yeah, I bet I have to put this on the receiver mode, and the only way to do that is with the special... Oh, no. Okay, I could do it without the wrench. Does that work now? Yes. Okay, remote activation. So now I could just press W on this thing, and it's going to activate that. Okay, we are good there. Okay, I think we're all set. I think there's nothing else to do. All right, let's test this thing out. I'm going to turn on this windmill. It's good. Turn on this. Oh, it's spinning. Yeah, so it's mining out my platform right now, so... Okay, this is good. This is good. Let's let it mine out my platform, and then I will test out dropping it down. Okay, let's tell it to go down one, and I'm going to hit W. No, didn't work. What is the problem? Oh, okay, I think it needs to be double speed forward. Okay, let's try that. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I just pressed it once, and it should go down one block and stop. And stop. Is that too far? Oh, I think that's too far. No, that's about one block, yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's about a block. Okay, looks like it's working. Oh, I'm so happy that this thing's working. Okay, let's clean all this up. We are all set. I'm gonna fall to my death. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, look at this death trap. This thing is working. And it's going to cover such a humongous area. Now, these things, they will hurt. So, I'm going to stay out of its way. If that thing touches you, it might actually kill you. So, okay, that's all set. That is swinging. So now it has nothing to mine. So, what we'll do is we'll bring up our controller and we'll tell it to go down one more block. And you could see it going down right there. There we go. Okay, it's down one more block. And it's just going to work its way all the way around and mine anything that it touches. Ah, shoot, it's going to get me. Ooh, feel like I got a duck. Okay. Now it's clear. Now we're going to take it down another block. Oh, here it comes. I need to drop down a couple blocks just so we don't get hit. Let's see if it slows down. Yeah, see how it's slowing down? That means it's mining something now. It's mining all that snow. Oh, you know, I need to go to bed. Oh, I hope I don't pop up into one of these blades. Okay. There it goes. Yeah, so it's mining out all that dirt now. Okay, good. That is working. Look at that. See, and it doesn't do anything about the powdered snow. That's what drives me nuts. So we still need to go take some water buckets out and clean up any powdered snow that's left over. But that's fine. That's doable. As long as we don't have to mine out all this dirt and stone and all that stuff. Hey, here it comes. Oh, I need a duck. Okay, that's good. Okay, now let's bring it down another block. So basically, we're going to be able to allow this thing to run while we can go do other things and keep making progress with our area here. And that's just going to keep swinging around, and whenever we notice that it's doing nothing, we'll just hit the button and drop it down another layer. So bit by bit, we're going to take out this mountain. Now there is a way to make all this fully automatic. So every time it makes a full rotation, it drops down again. But I'm just not smart enough to make that kind of a system right now. And I definitely don't have the resources right now. So I'm not going to do that kind of a system. I think this manual system works just fine with what we need to do. Yeah, look at this thing move. It's going to be so much faster than mining it out ourselves. What if I could jump on top? Oh, I can. Well, that's not too bad. I know as soon as this thing starts swinging, it's going to catapult me, though. So I better not stay up there. One thing to note is this thing is collecting all the resources, so let's go back up there and see if we could shut it off. Ooh, just touch the drill. Okay, I think I just shut it off by right-clicking this. There we go. So, let's see if we can find any of the resources. Oh, there's one dirt. Should be more in here. Whoa, that's a lot of snowballs. I didn't know it collected the snowballs too. Okay, let's, we gotta watch that because we don't want to fill up our inventory just with snowballs. Alright, I think it's time to let this thing run for a while and see what we can collect and see how far we can go in, I don't know, maybe an hour? Well, a little bit about this time lapse. Taking down this mountain took about 8 hours. Yeah, so I was working on this thing for a long time. And yeah, every once in a while I'll just go up there, stop the machine, clean it out a little bit, and you know, take some material. So as you can see here, I moved a bunch of dirt to start leveling out some of the area so I could start working on our town. Now at this point I started making a mining machine, and yeah, you can see it's taking out chunks. It's pretty crazy. This machine, it's self-propelled, and it just mines out a humongous area. I figured the pinwheel mining machine wasn't going to be working fast enough, so I just wanted to help it out a little bit. And the Effortless Build mod helped me out with a lot of the water and lava pockets that were inside the mountain too, so that's what those giant squares are. So yeah, just kept mining it out with the machine that I built, and kept dropping down the giant pinwheel every once in a while. Now, unfortunately, the pinwheel kept leaving some chunks undone, well, some blocks that weren't mined at all, and I don't know why that was, but I kept trying to add some drills to the edges of it to see if it would clean up a little bit, but it didn't quite do so well. Yeah, it makes a mess, and I had to go in and clean it up by hand. So now I just made an edger. So this machine here that's carving out, that's kind of creating the slope to my area here, and I just kind of use that thing all the way around the edges just to give me that nice little slope, somewhat of a natural slope, I guess. Check it out. Slopification is completed. So that machine did a lot of work here. It definitely helped out. This would have taken a long time without that machine. But yeah, we got everything sloped. I think it looks pretty natural. I mean, it's not too bad. I've still got a few things to fix up here and there and soften up some edges, but all in all, it's not too bad. This area is pretty flat. I probably should have stopped this giant mountain eater machine thingamajig. I should have stopped it a little sooner just so I could make this a little more hilled. But, you know, I could always add more grass and layer it up a little bit if I want to. Also, we had to add some more drills on this machine because of all those missing blocks that didn't quite get mined out. So this thing, this giant wall of drills actually took care of it pretty nicely. So that worked out. But yeah, I just had to take out a few by hand. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Now the next project we've got, well, first I want to take down this thing really quick, and once we take down this thing, then we can start working on adding grass back to it. So as you can see on this backside, I started a little bit here, just started adding a little bit of dirt, and the grass is going to spread and take over that area. But we need to do it to this entire area up here. So quite a bit of grass to add, and then I'm going to soften up the edges a little bit like I did down here. So I think this looks pretty good, pretty natural. So I mean, as natural as I can get with the terraforming. I even left this little hill here, this little island in the water, I left that alone just to give it a little extra character. But I mean, this whole thing is sitting above the water, so yeah, I had to light it up a little bit just to make sure nothing was going to spawn in here. Now, before I get started with all my terraforming or adding dirt around here, I want to show you a little bit more how I'm doing it. So you might have noticed on the time lapse as I was terraforming that area over there, I'm able to do this super fast. And actually, I did all this dirt here in like 10 minutes. And instead of doing all the dirt and just adding block by block like this is too slow. I can't handle that. Of course, we've got the Effortless Build mod right here. So I can select floor, I can click a corner, and then I could just send it just like that. And bam, all that dirt is there. And then same thing here, and same thing here. So what I'm kind of doing is trying to roughly follow this line right here. All I want to do is cover all the stone. So doesn't have to be exact. I mean, I'm going to come in and clean up my edges a little bit. Like right here, I have some pretty hard edges, so I'll just kind of clean that up just like that and make it look a little nicer. If I start to see stone, maybe I could either get rid of the stone or just put some more dirt on top. So that's how I'm able to get this done so quickly. But yeah, we're going to get in here and just knock out the rest. It is all done. Done. Okay. I mean, this part wasn't too bad. This only took me an hour to cover all of this. And of course, I couldn't have done it without the Effortless Build mod. So this thing definitely was... well, this thing I definitely couldn't have done it without. So, but yeah, this is done. We just gotta wait for the grass to grow too. I've got some boxes here to clean up, but yeah, other than that, yeah, we're all done with the terraforming. There's a little bit left to do there. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. And then there's some like edging left to do over here and over there by the water, which I'm not too worried about right now. Honestly, I'm tired of this. I want to start the colony. So, yeah, this is done. This is done. So next episode, we will be starting our colony, and I'll be setting up some buildings and figuring out where each one needs to go. And we're going to get some colonists out here and start working on that. So going to have to take a bit of a break on the create aspect of this series and get going on the Minecolonies part. Yeah, it's crazy that you could just see how high the mountain used to be. It started out way up here. And from here, that's how far we had to dig down. Oh, it's just crazy. Anyway, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode so far. And if you have, please leave a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next episode. We got plans. We got things that we're going to be working on. And this place is going to be filled up by the time we're done with it. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. So, but anyway, hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.